All right, welcome back. This is our video sequence on creating this Raspberry Pi case where we've got a Raspberry Pi and a Sense Hat together. And so if today what we're going to be doing, or in this video, what we're going to be doing is preparing to laser cut the lid. So we had these three components, the base, the cover, and the feet that were 3D printed, but then we had this lid component here kind of sandwiched in the middle here that's made of acrylic, or the assumption is will be made of acrylic, and it'll be laser cut. So let's go ahead and take a look at that in Fusion. So here's our components, and here's our laser cut components, our lids. I'm going to go ahead and select the lid here, and what I want to show you is that the sketch for the lid, let's go ahead and open that up here. The sketch is really exactly what we want. The sketch is, will give us, we're going to laser cut that sketch and we'll be good to go. All right, so if I come in here and I can right click that and save it as a DXF. So it'll pop up this dialog. I'll throw it into, I'll call this lid acrylic. I'll say save. All right, that's about all there is to it. So we'll get that, once we've got that sketch, we're good to go. That DXF is what we need for our next tool. And we're gonna actually, for here at Luddy, what we use to prepare things for our laser cutter, which is a Trotec laser cutter, we use Adobe Illustrator. And so let's go ahead over to Adobe Illustrator and take a look at that. So here we are. Let's open. Yeah, things are kind of slow on my machine today. I've got it bogged down with lots of other stuff. All right, so I'm going to go to my downloads, and I'll grab this acrylic DXF. And I'm going to make this millimeters, and I'm going to make the units 1. And so I get a 1-to-1 scaling. I want to make sure that I get a 1-to-1 scaling. Otherwise, I don't want Illustrator making any changes here. And so should be doing it here, hopefully, sometime soon. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it just took it a minute. All right, so there we are. Let me get this all on the screen so you can see it. Like I said, I've got, my machine is kind of bogged down. I think it's this OBS, this broadcasting software I'm using. All right, so there we go. And so the next thing you have to do is you have to convert all of these lines to the right width and the right... So I'm going to change my stroke to, click on it here. Oh, things are slow. I'm going to change this to all red. So that's okay. So now I've got, if I unselect this, it's all red. The other thing I have to do is, I'm going to select it again. I can do all this in one step, but I didn't want to show you that. I can come in here and I need to change this to 0.003. There's no one there. Okay, yeah. And so I'll make a hairline there. And there you go. So that's a very, very thin minimum thickness line. It's red, true RGB red. And that's it. So now we can save this. You can save. So I'm going to save the Adobe Illustrator. I'm going to save it to my computer. And I'll save it in downloads. That's fine for what I'm doing here. All right. So that's what you would take over to the, it's going to ask me some questions. Yeah, I'll go ahead and. So I would grab that AI file and take it over to the laser cutter, and it could zip this thing out in a matter of 20 seconds or so. It would be done. So that's it. So you would laser cut that. Now you'd have your assembly. You could run your screws in, and you'd have a fully formed case. All right, so that's the whole process. You've got the 3D printed parts, the laser cut parts. You've got your CAD design. Come back. So here's our. If I come back to our Fusion, let me get a Fusion here. You've got your whole Fusion model here. So we can finish this sketch. If I roll this over, so there we are. So if I turn back on everything here to kind of see where you've come here, if you've followed through all the videos, turn all this back on. You've got a full case for a Raspberry Pi. We can even, yeah. So that's it. So there you go. That's our system. That's the end of this particular video sequence. All right. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll create some more sequences here on other 3D printed and laser cut things, other electronics that we could potentially do. All right. Thanks.